Assalamualaikum and hi everyone and welcome to this presentation on mathematical modeling and societal impact. Today, I will be presenting my continuous assignment for the subject Basic Algebra. Before I begin, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Siti Nurhidayah binti Zainuddin. My index number is P208-03301. I am from Batok, Kelantan. My IC number is 060211. My email address is sitinurhidayahzainuddin110206@gmail.com. My phone number is 016731. My guardian's name is Zainuddin bin Hassan. That would be all for my student's profile. Now, I will proceed to the next section. The declaration page confirms that this assignment is my own work and has not been copied from any other resources. Before I continue, I would like to express my appreciation to my lecturer Puan Haja Idawati binti Cik Mat for the guidance and support in completing this assignment. Now, I'm showing you my contents for today's learning. Now, the next part, I'm going to tell you about my PB question. The question is about mathematical modeling not only strengthens abstract reasoning but offers a structured way to address inequity, optimize resources, and make data-informed decisions in real life. Next, let's move on to the introduction. So in this session, I will briefly explain the background and purpose of the assignment. The main objective to understand how algebraic methods can be used to analyze and solve real-world problems, especially for the models that will be developed later in the report. So mathematics plays an important role in solving real-life problems that involve decision-making, budgeting, and optimization. In this presentation, we focus on a school committee that is planning a fundraising event. So the committee needs to decide how many food packages and drink packages to prepare, while staying within a limited budget, ensuring minimum requirements are met, and maximizing profit. This real-world problem can be analyzed and solved using different algebraic approaches. By applying these methods, we can see how algebra provides multiple pathways to reach the best solution. Next, we move on to the problem statement. As you can see, here is the problem statement. So, a school student council is planning a fundraising carnival to benefit the local community center. The council needs to determine the optimal number of attendees to maximize the profit, given several financial and logistical constraints. The carnival has two main revenue streams, which are an entrance fee of 15 ringgit for adult attendees and 5 ringgit for student attendees. The council must consider a total fixed cost of 3,000 ringgit. This fixed cost is split between the marketing budget and operations budget, where the relationship is defined by M plus B equal to 3,000 and the operations budget is 500 ringgit, less than twice the marketing budget. The total number of attendees must be within a specific range to ensure a successful event size. The initial goal for profit maximization is set by the boundary conditions x plus y less than or equal to 500, x more than or equal to 100, and y less than or equal to 3x. Additionally, the council is hosting a special vendor offering a limited edition snack whose profit, P vendor, is based on a quadratic function of P vendor equal to negative 10 P power of 2 plus 100P minus 210. So, here is the goal is to use the mathematical modeling to determine the maximum possible profit. And the second one is you have to find and calculate the break-even point, BEP, for the special vendor's profit. And the third one is ensure the number of attendees, and the last one is calculate the fixed budget allocation. So, we move on to the next part, which is the variable definitions. So for X is for the number of adult attendees, Y for the number of student attendees, C the total cost of the carnival in ringgit, R the total revenue from the carnival in ringgit, capital letter P the total profit from the carnival, and small p the price of the special vendors snack in ringgit, and P vendor is the profit from the special vendor, M the budget for the marketing team, B the budget for the operations team. Okay, we go through the question which part are related. So this fixed cost is split between the marketing budget M and operations budget. So we already know that M is for marketing
Budget.
and then P is for operations.
Budget.
Okay,
Good.
okay, we continue. So where the relationship is defined by, okay, follow me, boleh? M plus
M plus B equal to 3,000.
Okay. And the operations, look at this. And the operations budget is 500 less than twice the marketing budget, which is B equal to 2M minus 500. Here are the steps to calculate the fixed cost allocation. So the first one is we have to define the system of linear equation. We already know for the equation just now. So the second one is you have to solve the system using substitution. And then the next one is solve for M and solve for B, and last one is verification. Okay? Remember that the equation I just wrote just now. The first one is define the system, which is we already know that M plus B equal to
3,000.
and then for the budget relationship is B equal to 2M minus 5. So we already know that these both equation we have to let it as the first equation, and this is for the second equation. Okay. So the next one is you have to use the substitution method, which is you have to substitute the variables, which is the equation, into another equation. Okay, for example, so you can see here we have 1 and 2 equations. So we have B alone here. So we can substitute B into 1. Okay? Okay. So we write it back. The first equation, M plus B. B, you have to substitute the value. So you have to write 2M minus 100, and then you have to equal 3,000. So you just have to substitute to find the value of M. You have to expand the equation so that you will get the M, the value of M. So the first one you have to M plus 2M minus 500 equal to 3,000. And then we have M right here. So you just add it. So you will get 3M minus 500 equal to 3,000. So we got the expression. So you have to move the 500 to the other side. So you will get 3,000 plus 500. Okay? So you will get 3,500 here and 3M. So you have to divide the 3 because it is multiplied. So you have to move to the other side, and then it will become the divide. So 3,500 divide to 3, and then you will get the answer for M. So we know that M equal to this one, 3,500 divide over 3, and then we have to substitute the value of M into the second equation. So B equal to 2M minus 500. So substitute the value in M. So it will be like this. calculate it, and then you will get the answers. When you calculate it, you will get the 5,500 over t, and then you have to change the fraction. You will get 1,833.33. So this is the final answer for B only. Okay, B and M we already get. So the next one, the last one is for verification. So the last one is for verification, which is you have to know that M plus B must equal to 3,000. So you just put the value that you get just now for M and B here, which is M equal to So for M we get 1,166.67 plus B we get just now 1,833.33. So when you calculate it, you will get 3,000. So that means that it is right. Okay?
Good.
So for the conclusion, the marketing budget M is approximately 1,166.67 ringgit, and the operations budget B is approximately RM 1,833.33. I use linear equations to model a practical budgetary constraint. The idea was to fairly and precisely allocate the total fixed cost based on a clear, predefined relationship between the two sub-budgets. These methods provide the students console with exact figures for M and B, which is crucial for financial planning and avoiding budget overruns. Next, linear programming was applied to find the maximum profit. So what is linear programming? Linear programming is a mathematical method for finding the best possible outcome in a mathematical model whose requirements are represented by linear relationships. So we go through the questions which part are related. So the question needs to determine the optimal number of attendees to maximize the profit. So given several financial analytical constraints, the initial goal for profit maximization is set by the boundary conditions. So let's write it back, okay? X plus Y less than or equal to 500, and then the next one is X or more than or equal to 100, and Y less than or equal to 3x. Okay, here are the information given from the questions. So, what we're supposed to do? So, we have to, the first one is you have to graph the feasible region, and the second one is you have to identify vertices, which is this one, x and y. This is vertices. And the third one, the third step is evaluate the objective function, which is from the question just now. It says that dx y equal to 15x plus 5y minus 3,000. So here are the maths for the profit. So before that, you have to know the step one is you have to draw the graph, which is you have to draw the y-axis and also the x-axis. X and y. So the first one you already know that x plus 1, 500, which is 500 here and then 500 here. That means that okay, the meaning of x plus 1 less than or equal to 500, which is the total of attendees of x and y should be less than or equal to 500. Understand? So the next one is x of more than or equal to 100, which is you have to we already know that y y is 0. That means it's supposed to be here. So when x ni, we have to find the value of x here. Let's say the x here 100. So you have to draw it like this. Okay, so we already drawn that y exists and x exists. So we know that that x plus y less than 500 here. So you just have to draw it like this. And then this is just for x plus y 500, right? So the next one is you have to draw the x more than 100. So x more than 100 is here, which means y equal to 0, means it doesn't touch the y axis. Okay. So the next one is y less than or equal to 3x. So for this one, you have to substitute the value. You can let's say that x is 200. So when you substitute 3 times 200, you will get 600. So 600 here, and then for the 200 here. So I mean when you y is 0 and x will be 0 too. So the line should be like this. Okay, we already calculate the vertices, which is the vertex A, B and C. Oh, before that, you must write all of this equation when you draw the lines, which is for this one is x equal to 100, and for this one is y equal to 3x. When you want to write the equations here on the line, so you have to change the symbol into this one, inequalities into the symbols equal to. We have 3 equations, y less than 3x. So we can say that y equal to 3x. So let's say that x equal to 100. So you have to substitute the value of x into y. Y equal to 3x. So y equal to 3, and then substitute the value 100, and then we will get 300 for y. So for the other vertex, which is y equal to 3x, you have to substitute it into the x plus y equal to 500. We got this equation from the x plus y less than or equal to 500. This is the formula. So when you substitute the value into x plus, we know that y equal to 3x, this is y is 3x equal to 500. X plus 3x equal to 4x, and then equal to 500. So 4 you have to bring it to the other side, it will be divided. So x equal to 500 over 4. And then you will get the answer, which is 125. Understand?
Yeah.
For the next vertex, which is we have to find the vertex C. So vertex C, we use the same equation, which is y equal to 3x. So we know that x we got just now is 125. So substitute the value into x. So you will get y equal to 3 multiply 105 So you will get the answer, which is 400. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, the third step, which is the last step, you have to evaluate the objective function. Okay, you have to use the math equation, math profit. So we know that Pxy equal to 15x plus 5y or minus 3000. Right, so just now we calculate the value the value of each vertex, which is the vertex A. We got 100 and 300, and for B we got 175 and 3075, and then for C we got 100 and 400. Okay? So, from the information given, we know that the revenue from adults just now is 5x. And for revenue for students is 5y.
You know that we calculate the vertices A, B, C, which is A is 100 and 300, B is 125 and 375, C is 100 and 400. So this is X, this is Y. So let's say here X is here. So 300 within here. Okay, so this one. And then for B, 125 also right here. And 375 is here. And C for the vertex C, 100 and 400, 100 and 400. So from here you know that which place, which area should be shaded. So here.
So, conclusion is the maximum possible profit is 750 ringgit achieved with 125 adult attendees and 3,000 and 375 student attendees. Linear programming was the key optimization tool. The idea was to use the boundaries set by the student council minimum adults, a ratio of students to adults, and maximum capacity to define a feasible region. Yeah. By testing the corners, vertices of this region, I could guarantee finding the precise combination of adult and student attendees that will maximize the event's profit. Moving on, quadratic equation we use for pre-event analysis. So, what is quadratic equation? Quadratic equation is an equation where the highest power of the variable is 2. So, taking the form is ax the power of 2 plus bx plus c equal to 0. So, here is the quadratic equation. So, we go through the question which part are related. From the question, additionally, the concert is hosting a special vendor offering a limited edition snack whose profit P vendor, so we write P vendor, is based on quadratic function of its price. So, P vendor is actually P for price. Specifically, P vendor equal to negative 10 P power of 2 plus 100p minus 210. So here are the equations for quadratic. So here are the steps to calculate the break-even analysis. So the first step is you have to set the profit function here to 0 equal to profit function P vendor equal to
0.
Okay, good. So we have to write it back. Negative 10p power of 2 plus 100p minus 210. So negative 10p power of 2 plus 100p minus 210 must equal to 0. So the next step is you have to simplify. You have to simplify it until it became like the original form. So you have to simplify it because we have negative 10 in front of it. So it's not beautiful for the number. So you have to make it like the original form. Okay? So what should we do? The first one is you know that in front. So the in front of p power of 2 is negative 10. So if you want to vanish it, so you have to So you have to divide all numbers to negative 10. Okay? So when you divide all the numbers here, so you will get p to negative 10, p plus 21 equal to 0. This is not the ending. You have to factorizing it. And then you will get p equal to 3. And then p equal to 7. So just write it back. P minus 3 and then p minus 7.
For the conclusion, the break-even point for the special vendor when the snack price P equal to the snack price P is RM3 or RM7. At these prices, the vendor makes 0 profit. I used a quadratic equation to analyze the special vendor's profitability as the profit model was non-linear. The idea was that the break-even points are the roots of the profit function, where profit equals 0. This calculation provides the vendor with the necessary minimum and maximum prices they can change to avoid a loss, allowing them to optimize the actual profit, maximizing price. After completing all the models, now I'm going to summarize the findings. From my point of view, the overall finding is that algebraic modeling transforms complex resource planning into a precise and definitive strategy, eliminating uncertainty for the student concerned. Linear programming serves as the critical strategic tool, revealing the single optimal attending mix needed to guarantee maximum financial return within all logistical and capacity constraints. This primary goal is rigorously supported by the others model. Linear equations enforce absolute budget integrity by setting the exact required internal cost split. The absolute value inequality validates that the final attendance target is logistically robust and meets the minimum size requirement, and the quadratic equation manages external financial risk by defining the critical break-even price boundaries for the specialized vendor. Ultimately, the combined application of these 4 algebraic techniques provides a holistic, mathematically verified roadmap that ensures the fundraiser is both maximally profitable and strategically sound. Now, for the conclusion, by applying mathematical modeling, we have provided a data-informed solution for the school's fundraiser. Fixed cost allocation, which is, I'm using the linear equations, the total fixed cost of 3,000 ringgit is allocated such that the marketing team's budget is 1,166.67 ringgit and the operation team's budget is 1,833.33 ringgit. For the maximum profit, which is I'm using linear programming, the maximum achievable profit is 750 ringgit. This profit is realized by having 125 adult attendees and 375 student attendees. For the break-even analysis, I'm using quadratic equation. The special vendor will break even 0 profit if the price just snack at either 3 ringgit or 7 ringgit. Attendee target, which is I'm using absolute value inequality. To meet the target range, the total number of attendees must be between 350 and 450 inclusive. The maximum attendance for profit optimization exceeds the target range, which means the event successfully covers the minimum requirement.
This analysis provides the Student Council with clear, actionable recommendations to ensure the fundraiser is both financially successful and meets its attendance goals.